closer tonight, keep holding my hand. I know this ain't love, but let me stay the night. I said let me stay a while. 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 I said let me stay a No, I don't need a degree to know this ain't love at first sight. 'Cause I know how this works, I got my ABCs right. Oh, so let's play pretend. Say you'll be the one for me. Say you'll be the one for me forever. I know this will end tonight, but you'll be the one for me. Say you'll be the one for me.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to rebuilding Goldcrest Farm, where this live stream is actually going to be a bit shorter than usual, unfortunately, but I have some interesting things lined up for it anyway. We're actually just going to jump straight in head first with it. If you have come along straight from the off, welcome along. Hope you're having a good week so far. Also, I got the hook lift on the truck. And I sold all the silage. That's where all our money came from, in case you're wondering. From the rest of the silage and the rest of the wheat that we harvested. We have bales lying about everywhere, but the truck's looking quite nice. I repainted this truck again as well. It's now this kind of bluey kind of colour. But if you have come along tonight, thank you for joining us, and hopefully you will enjoy this live stream. I'm going to turn the traffic back on actually. The map seems a little bit dead without traffic. I turn that back to dollars. Traffic. Let's turn that off. Traffic on. Okay. So we have a lot of cultivating being done. And we're going to head up this way because I think we need to buy another field with our $750,000 that we now have. And the field that I want I'm now kinda not sure. I have an idea. Let's go and have a look at field number 1. Hi there, Twisted Eagle. How are you doing tonight? Let's go and have a look at field 1. See what it's like. It's nice. It's a nice big field. I want a big field. The bigger the field, the better. Bigger and flatter the field. Well, that would actually be kind of cool if that's on top of the hill up there. I think that's field 6 that's on top of the hill. Helper R has completed their task. That is the Ford. That was doing that. Let's have a look at this field here. Let's get this map out of the way. It's not very flat, unfortunately. I have plans for field, and it requires it being flat. It's a nice sized field, but it's not very flat. I'm not sure what you mean there, Twisted Eagle. maybe let's go and have a look at field 3, see what kind of condition it is. Oh, this is not flat around here at all. That's a lamppost. We need to buy a new field. This is a bit of the map I don't think I've ever really explored. This field here. I'm now driving through, which I didn't really want to. Again, isn't very flat, it's on a hill. Oh, what is this? It's a house. Not terrible. See, this field here, field 4, is not a bad field actually. Again, it's not very level, but I can work with that, I think. And it is, of course, next to field 5. How much is field 5? I want to know how much this field is. Field 5 is a ridiculously big field. I think it's the biggest field on the map. More than we can afford. 65 grand in it if we harvest that field though. I think we go ahead and check the price of field 4. This field here, see what its value is. It's next to a gas station and a house. Both of those things are quite good. You know what, let's go ahead and buy that. There we go. We've bought a field. Now, where are we compared to the farm? Not overly far away, actually. Hi there, Steve. How are you doing tonight? The farm is just along here. That's a bridge you probably don't want to drive off the side of. There is the lovely field 16. Actually, it looks like it's maybe ready to harvest. What is that? Yeah, let's buy it. I've been wanting field 16 for a little while, so now we own it. There's a lovely pink truck. We've left the lights on it to make it look a little bit nicer. But what we're going to do here is park this one up here. We're going to very quickly run into our class dominator. Oh, got caught into the electrical box there. This may not be particularly graceful. That door needs to open. Try and convince this to attach, which which I don't think it's going to. It's kind of stuck in the ground. I have an idea. I thought the trees were on fire there. That wouldn't have been good. Let's get the lovely pink Massey on the job. Hopefully it can connect to this trailer and drag it out of here. Well, it's connected to it. It's kind of a start. It's not going to give us it, is it?
We stand together, united as one. Forward on we go, facing friend and foe. We will know what it is. We have not time for that. If we make mistakes, we are lost.
Let's try and... Oh, did we maybe get it there? It's like stuck in the building. There we go. Let's get back in the combine. Now we're going to take all of this away with us. This is a very, very slow combine. Very, very slow combine indeed. Right, if you have come along with us tonight, thanks very much for coming along. And if you haven't done so already, consider liking this video. And if you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button so that way you're up to date with all future live streams and episodes. And I stream this series every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 9 PM UK time. But I have big plans, big plans. That means this class dominator actually needs to go away. Hi there Annie, how are you doing tonight? This is as fast as this combine goes. Hey, it's not going too badly, how's yours going? I wish the shop was closer. I may move the shop completely away from the town actually. It's kind of painful getting to it.
We stand together, united as one. Forward on we go.
Oh, what are you having for dinner tonight there, Annie?
We will know what it is. We have not time for that. If we make mistakes, we are lost.
Chicken and rice, wow. That sounds absolutely lovely. I had a chicken tikka kebab for my dinner. I always do. I come the wrong way. Weekend was not too bad. It was busy, but it was okay. Oh, that's kind of rubbish. I can't get that header. What seems to be the issue there, Twisted Eagle? Right, so we need a new harvester. We don't want to spend too much, but we do want a bigger harvester than the class Dominator. What do you mean you have to go around the room there, Twisted? So this one is 7,500 litres. We want bigger than that. Let's see what we've got here. One's slightly smaller. That one's twice the size, but very expensive.
Nothing seems the same. Always on the go now. Never seem to slow down.
Yeah, let's go and get a Fenton.
You've been playing games. You don't pick up the phone.
It takes a free flow 25 foot.
Tell me when am I gonna see you? 'Cause I've been missing your body right beside me. Tell me when am I gonna see you? You've been driving me crazy.
How do you mean Mayhem is fixing to go round and around?
All I wanna do is be right there for you. Be right there with you. All I wanna do is be right there for you. Be right next to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a slightly bigger header actually. Okay, let's go and jump into our new combine. The header is bigger than it's supposed to be. Let's see if we can even get out of this car park. That would be an epic fail to start with. It's the best way up to our new field. It would be this way. Head up this way and towards the BGA, I think. This combine's actually slower than the last one. I could put this header on a trailer, but don't see me doing corn for a little while, so this is the only header we need. Kind of a weird looking header at that, but taking out a couple more road signs there because of course we are. It's at this point where time lapses and jump cuts come in very handy with pre-recorded videos. might actually go ahead and get the TARDIS mod that will let me like sort of move my machines with me. I can teleport them anywhere. Well, that's not going to work. Let's go plan B. Does this little Fenton have the power to pull itself up the hill? Off-roading in a combine with a 35-foot header on is probably not ideal. I like off-roading with equipment. I also like crashing at lampposts, apparently. Oh, I'm going to hit every lamppost along this road. Twisted, when you first joined the chat, Josie was just welcoming you along the stream. It's taking forever to get up here. But we'll get this straight onto a hired worker when we eventually get there. The whole reason I bought another field the reason I bought another field is I'm actually going to be building a second farm, sort of like a bigger farm, a main farm if you will. And I'm going to use Field 4 to do it. I don't feel sorry for the signs and lampposts. They're only inanimate objects and they deserve the torture that they get. Like this one here. And make sure I knock that one down. It's the trees you've got to worry about. Well, look, they fight back. Speaking of, I now have to navigate my way around some trees. With a header that's too big for the combine. And by too big for the combine, I mean this is going to be fun to empty. Might work though. Right, so we need Field 4 empty because it's going to be the home of our new farm. Let me just check here. Okay, cool. And oh. Right. I'll get that going. That's what we want. So the purpose for this is actually one of you guys. It was Steve, in fact, that says you wanted to see more work done to the farm, and I was actually spent a couple of hours at the farm today, and I was looking at it, and given that we're going for a generally American theme to fit the map, most American farms do have a large open space in them, unlike European farms where everything's quite narrow and tight. American farms are generally quite open like this. If anything, this one's actually a little bit cramped, and I was struggling to think what I could do here. The only other thing that we don't have here is a solid fertilizer station. We have pretty much everything else, so I'm thinking this would make quite a nice little smaller farm to service the sheep field. And we will build a bit of a farm over at the cows to service a cow field. And up at field 4, we will turn that into our main farm, our main arable farm. So we'll have multiple farms on this map. That's the plan anyway. Don't know if that's exactly how it's going to work out, but that's what I had in mind. Well, thanks for that, Josie. I think the farm is looking not too bad. Maybe a little bit dense with the trees. I didn't expect them to grow quite that tall, but there you go. I kind of thought they'd be more like, you know, this kind of height, not great big towering things. And there's only a couple of hundred of them now, so cutting them down is no longer an option. I can thin them, but I mean, I could, to be honest, I could cut them down. I just wouldn't really get any wood from it. I could use the stump grinder and clear them all out, but that's not going to lower the height any. But we're still sitting with 375,000. I actually need to check how much. Well, first of all, I need to check what's in field 16. Is it potatoes or is it sugar beet? Field 16 is potatoes, so we're actually going to need a potato harvester. We can't afford one. I currently don't get a choice of trees to plant like that, but I can in the shop purchase in the placeable section. I can purchase, they're here somewhere. I can purchase these trees at $7,000 each, or I also have a couple of other trees along here somewhere. I have an orange tree and an apple tree. Now they produce money. If I water them and give them manure, they will produce an income. Not an awful lot of an income. It's $60 an hour per tree, providing I give them both fertilizer and water, or manure and water. But again, they're 5,000 a pop. I think what we'll do is let's go ahead and lease that Terracon. And I also think we should lease a low loader of some fashion. Actually, I don't want to buy it, I just want to lease it. Because these potato harvesters are ridiculously slow. I could certainly have an apple orchard. That's something I could do up towards field 4, make it a bit more farm-like rather than just empty space just now. Do I go to the effort of hiring a truck, or do I just get a dolly? I'll hire this thing. It's only $7 grand. Let's see. This needs to go up to field 4 soon. Not that soon. So there's the potato harvester. Big machine. Really big machine. This truck is rubbish, in case you're wondering. compared to the other trucks that are available to us. This one's a bit on the pants side. Not even sure this trailer's actually big enough to hold a potato harvester. Let's find out. This thing's a beast.
Kiss down.
Let's try and line it up a bit. Strictly speaking, I should actually be reversing it on. But you know. This'll do. But the good thing about this trailer is it has a locking script, so I can bind the load. So now I can drive as fast as I want. And that humongous potato harvester should not come off. I say I can drive as fast as I want. This is as fast as the truck wants to go. Not the best truck in the world, like I said. You see, the load is bound, not by the back wheels, unfortunately. Back wheels are kind of floating out on the wrong side of the highway. That's never a good. It's never good. Are we going to fit under the bridge? I don't think we're going to... Oh, well, maybe the binding doesn't work. Oh, well. The things you know. It's not my favourite place. Actually, my favourite place is in a field sideways. Thank you very much, Josie. No problem there, Eagle. We'll see you when you get back. Ah, road sign stuck to the front of our truck. Stuck in our truck. Oh, that was... I suppose that was kind of an inevitability at some point for that to happen. Okay, this is kind of a weird shaped field. Okay, so it was bound a little bit, just not very well. This thing is awesome once it's all unfolded. Let's try to see here. What would be the best way to do this field? Probably starting at the other side. I didn't turn it upside down in the river, thank you very much. It was the right way up in the river. Now we are definitely going to get this onto a hired worker because, you know, it's slow. But I do need to turn alternative workers off. I need to just not have that mod on anymore, actually. So that's going to fill up quite quick. And we need to jump over to our pink truck, which you'll notice I have a hook lift set up on the back of it now, so I can actually change the back of this truck. As you can see, I can put whatever I want on the back of it now, well, within any hook lift. So let's head over to our new field. Let's actually go maybe the proper way this time. Minus this little bit here. So this is effectively a grain trailer. Well, really it's a silage trailer, but I'm going to use it as a grain trailer because it also holds grain. With the hook lift setup, it actually makes the truck a little bit longer, which is not a bad thing. So this bit here is going to be the main way into our farm. let's actually just go ahead and line up with this guy. See if we can coax him in to put in his boom out. Multitasking. Why are you stopping? Don't stop. Speed up a little bit. And that. Set the cruise control so that we can sit alongside him. Now he should wait at the end here and fully empty. So he should. Is he empty? Actually he is. Good to know. That's a pathetically small amount. Kinda thought we'd get a lot more than that, but oh, what's he doing? Now, what is this? This is soybeans we have here. Let's find out where the cheapest place to sell soybeans is. Or not the cheapest, but the best place. It would be Denton Bakery. I've not been there before. Actually, no, wouldn't it? It would be Maplefield Mill. Well, we have been there before. I think that's quite close, actually. Maplefield Mill. I think that's Maplefield. Oh, yeah, we have been in that one before. Okay, so there's no point going to that until we are full. So all of this fuel is done. I was going to say he's about halfway through, but he actually is just over halfway, so... Where's Denton Bakery for that matter? It's in town, you might go with that. Where would be the best place to sell potatoes, though? It would be Right Agribusiness, which is... up next to Field 1, Right Agribusiness. It's way up at Field 1. So you've got a bit of running around to do. So if you have just come along to join us tonight, welcome along. If you haven't done so already, consider hitting that like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button to stay informed and up to date with all of the new content I put out and all of my live streams. I live stream this series every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and in the chat just now you will see all of the links to all my various other social media sites that you can view at your pleasure. I personally recommend heading over to Discord, join my Discord server, because you can speak to me directly over there when I'm not live. I spend a good bit of time over there. Let's jump in the... Yeah, these things fill up. I was going to say quick, but it's actually really slow, but they have a good yield. Let's get the Massey. If we can find it. Here it is. That's a tree. I turned straight into a tree. That's clever. We'll take a shortcut through the forest, is what we'll do. It's nice to get a bit of agri work on the go as well. I mentioned that we have lots of bales lined up. I think you just caught a glimpse of them there. There's 3 stacks of bales next to that field and another 2 next to the cows as well. Because our bale storage is full. This is the keg farm currently. This will all be changing. at some point. I'm not 100% sure when, but I will be changing it. We will cut across here. Kind of tempted to buy that field. It is very close to what is going to be our farm, so we kinda should have that. Let's have a look here. If we change this to original ground and lower, what does it do to a field? That I've never checked. That deletes the fields. Cool. Now my next question is, do I have the bigger one? I do. Let's just go ahead and buy that. With that roller, we'll leave it there. We'll take the long drive back down to the shop with the Massey. We'll pick up this new roller. It's much bigger. It does the same job as that little one, but we actually need to sell the little one for the big one to work. It's just a bigger variant. It's much wider. As for our new farm, as Josie just mentioned, this is an interactive series, so let me know what you'd like to see in the farm. What type of thing would you like to see? And what I'll do is I will try and take into account as many suggestions as I can. We already have a farmhouse there, so that's a bonus. It's one less thing that we need to do. And yeah, otherwise it's just a big empty space that we can put in whatever we like. Now Steve, you always have quite good ideas. Is there anything that you can suggest for the new farm that you'd like to see? There is a way to get horses, but I'm not overly confident on how to do that. But, given that you've mentioned that, I'll go and collect this roller, first of all, and then I will show you something kinda cool. Something I featured in quite an old pre-recorded series from almost a year ago. In fact, it was about 7 or 8 months ago I recorded this series that involved this particular animal, because it is an animal. So, what I'm saying is, we're going to have a special animal in this live stream very soon. So I need a name off you guys. What should we name this particular animal? I wouldn't worry about it too much, Steve. Josie is the most capable person of looking after herself here. I can vouch for that one. I've tangled with Josie more than once, and I don't think I've ever came out on top. So Josie can very much handle that kind of situation. That is actually why she's a moderator. She's better at those kind of things than me. This is our new roller. It's bigger, and as you can see, we can still change the ground type to everything we did before. That is the only problem. It's difficult to remove grass, but we can make up for that in another way. I can always just change what unfolds machines. So we'll turn this off now. Sam, Ben, or Wolf? I don't think those particularly fit. We're missing fur colour, but yeah, I'll try and get that. Nice and cheap, so it's not going to cost us anything. And one thing we are going to need in our farm is a hay rack and drinking water. If I just jump out of this, we need a name for our little pony. We've got ourselves a little black pony here. And what I'm actually going to do is put these fancy water buckets that won't spill in the horse's trailer, and of course we've got some feed for it too. I like the fact that there's that little lantern hanging off the back of this wagon. There we go, farm life pony. You can't turn the engine off on this, so it's always going to be there. But what we can do is we can put the car on it. Yes, isn't this awesome? Josie recommends the name Hamish. This is quite an interesting animal to have, because if you let the water in here run out to zero, it will stop being able to run so fast. I should actually use the proper words for that. I used to have a horse. Well, trot this really. Josie, go and correct me on the correct name for this movement. It's not quite a gallop, I'd say. Is it a I want to say trot. I think it's a little bit quicker than a trot. I can't remember what's between trot and gallop. Hamish or Angus? What does everyone else think? What should we name our little farm life pony? Our completely genderless farm life pony. Can be a male or female name. Trot, that's the one. This is as fast as it goes, but to be honest, this is actually quicker than a lot of combines, so... The good thing about it is I can turn that light on at the back too. Fortunately, we don't have beacons on the horse. It's a shame. Could really be doing with beacons on our horse. And mirrors too. Rupert. It kind of reminds me of the horse from that Disney film. Was it Brave? What was the name of that horse? Was that Hamish, that horse? it seems like they've fixed this mod quite a bit as well, actually, because it used to be a case of it would run out of food and water within seconds. So it seems to be better now. But we have food and water there for it in the meantime. And we don't always have to take the cart around with us. Angus in Brave. That was close. It was kind of close. It wasn't very close. That reminds me of a smaller version of the horse from Brave. Just with white hair for some odd reason. Kind of a weird colour combination, but eh. The horse doesn't need any fuel. I like Angus. Oh, we've had 2 for Angus. There we go, 3 for Angus. There we go, we've got a horse called Angus. Will our cart fit through this gap in the fence? Angus can roam about in here. It looks like there's a bigger gap in the fence, smaller maybe. Same kind of gap in the fence there. We'll leave Angus here. Our new house that we've decided to live in. It's got unattended luggage at the back of it. That we better not let the authorities see that one. They will have a field day. The SWAT team will be down here in seconds. Let's jump in the 850 hook. Empty off that combine. We'll go and sell this grain. That'll get us a bit of money back in because we have spent about $500,000. Let's boom unfold. We're going to sell this and then we need to go and empty the potato harvester. So we need to have facilities for our horse in our new farm. We're also going to need the usual things like silos, and I think maybe these trees here should all be cut down and we should put some barns and things in there. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat what kind of things we should do here. How excessive should we go with the farm? Should we just go completely over the top with it and like sort of make, like, choose the biggest of everything, have ridiculously large barns and things like that, or should we keep it kind of sensible but have loads of medium-sized barns? How should we work it? I think I need to stay away from having too many trees though. It didn't turn out exactly as I had in mind. Maybe put a windbreak in somewhere for a bit of scenery, but nothing over the top like we have at the other farm. That would have been messy if we went down there. Unload this in here, whatever this is. We're not getting any money for it, so it's obviously just somewhere we can take control of a train. Let's see, that's where it would come out, so this is the train we need. This train has straps on it. I don't know. It's been a little while since we've used a train. Let's take the soybeans. I almost crashed here. Luckily I don't actually have to do any steering with this train, which is a bonus. just kind of does it itself. But where are we going? We are going to Maplefield Mill. It's just on the other side here. Mixture of barns with a little less trees. I think we're going to have a couple of different types of silos. We're actually going to... I've way overshot that. Oh, the brakes on this train are atrocious. There we go. 40 grand we got for that. Let's get back to the pink truck. Wherever it is. There it is. We need to go and empty our potato harvester. This thing likes to slide. Every time you touch the brakes now it locks up and slides, which is great fun. I've become kind of a connoisseur of drifting. Where's better at higher speed, but you get the idea. So we want to go over here. Straight over the top of the potatoes. And we will get quite a reasonable amount of potatoes. Apple orchards. We should actually have a look. Once this is finished unloading, we'll go back up and we'll have a look where we can put an orchard in. Spilled tatties all over my bonnet, why don't you? Hired workers these days. Let's go back to Angus. He's already at the farm. We do have a bit of space at the back here. I suppose, actually, this area down here with these trees in it, I could rip all these out, flatten out this rock here, put our apple orchard in this area here. So we're going to have one road bordering it down here, and I could just put a road in across this road. Or should we have on this side of the road? Or we could even put it here. I could rip all these trees down. Have an apple orchard in front of our house. Where do you think we should put it? We will most definitely have oranges too, Steve. That's not going to be a problem. There is a hill in this field I've just noticed. Right in the middle there. Yeah. I don't know if you can, I don't know how well that's picking up in the stream, but there is a hill right in the middle here. I'll smooth this terrain out a bit, I think. Let's see, where is the Massey? Let's take Massey and the new rollers to the new farm, and we'll actually rip the field out. That's fine, Josie. It's fine. It's we'll have a couple of orange trees. We'll put a few. Just for a bit of variety in amongst the apples. Just for aesthetics. I do kind of like this pink mass. It's actually worked very well for us. So the other thing we actually need to do, we need to replace a couple of pieces of our equipment now that we have a bit of money coming in. I think the Massey tractor we have, the old tracked Massey we have, is kind of surplus to requirements nowadays. I think we should maybe replace that with possibly a skid steer loader. Maybe get a bobcat. That might not be a bad thing to do. That's kind of a normal thing to have in America, is it not, Josie? Every farm has a bobcat. or some other variant of a skid steer loader, for reasons that I don't quite understand because they're relatively useless, but it's kind of normal, is it not? I don't see how they're useful. They can't be as useful as a telehandler, for example. They're small, can't take much weight, and yeah, I mean, I have a wheel loader that can do that. I mean, the only thing that I'd say that a bobcat or a skid steer has over a telehandler is the smaller size. Make sure we're on original ground. As you can see, this is a good bit quicker. Well, in fact, I can show you the skid steers we have the choice of. We've got the JCB with wheels, we've got JCB with tracks, it's also got a cage on, it's quite hard to see out of, or we have an actual bobcat. What else do we have? We've got this thing, but this thing's kind of it's a bit rubbish, to be fair. Doesn't really work very well. But we've got a bobcat and we've got a couple of JCBs. So what do you think we should get there? Hi there, Tyler. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, I'm not going to delete all of this field during this stream. Just some of it. I will do the rest of it off camera because it's a big field to get rid of. So luckily we don't seem to have any grass left, so that's helpful. I'm not too bad, thanks for coming along tonight. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream so far. If you have just come along to the stream, thanks for coming along, and if you haven't done so already, consider hitting that like button if you are enjoying the stream. And if you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button, that way you can stay up to date and be notified every time I go live and all my new videos that come out. I do try and release about 5 videos a week. I'm currently able to do. And I have some very, very exciting videos coming very soon. I spent the weekend, I haven't uploaded anything over the weekend, or today in fact. I've actually had quite a busy day today, but away from YouTube, but I spent the weekend doing a little bit of behind the scenes type work, and I've actually got on hold of a couple of new games that I am very excited to bring to the channel. Maybe they're not farming related, but one of them is definitely in the same genre kind of thing. It's not tractors, well, it has tractors in it, but it's something a little bit different. And then there is a completely different game, something like I've never brought to the channel before. I'm not going to give too much away. I will save the juicy gossip for you guys that head over to Discord. That's where I release all new news before anywhere else. And yeah, so I'm very excited to bring those new games to the channel, and hopefully you guys will be excited to see them when they come out. And I will also be releasing a new series of a game I have played before on the channel. Again, I'm very excited to bring it back. I feel that I'm actually bringing back City Skylines to the channel, for those of you who are interested in that game. It's a new take on the game, and I'm very pleased at how episode 1 has gone. That will be available, I believe, on Wednesday. That'll be available for viewing. I'm quite ambitious with it, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. But like I said, there are a couple of new games coming to the channel too, so keep an eye out for those. See if they're your kind of thing or not. Hopefully they are. But not to worry, Farm Simulator won't be going anywhere off the channel. I will be continuing doing this live stream series, and I'll also be continuing to do my pre-recorded series as well. It looks like we need to go and have a look at the potato harvester. It said he was finished. He's not finished. He gave up. I might have to do some of it for him. When I say might, I mean definitely will. Because hired workers suck. I think the turning radius is like skid steer harvester. Oh, I do apologise for that, I hit the microphone there. The yield on potatoes is really good actually. But we'll continue this live stream until this field is finished, and then I'll be leaving it there for tonight, guys. Unfortunately it's a bit of a shorter stream, but like I said, I've had an extremely busy day and very tired. But not to worry, I will be keeping to my usual schedule on Wednesday and Friday as well. And there may also be some new streams coming out this week. You'll have to keep an eye on Discord to find out about those. But I'm not going to be doing all of this field. I'm just going to do this triangle section here, get it on a hired worker. I'm going to go and get on with other things. Thing basically turns on the spot. I'm not worried if I miss the odd little bit here and there. I can live with a little bit of missed crop. Get maybe a little bit more than we've got in here. Get that little bit there. Right, let's get this back onto a hired worker. How full is the lorry now? 67%. That's not bad. It's not bad at all, actually. Let's... I'll lift the train running. But let's jump in... Where is it? This thing. Let's go and sell this combination of vehicles and replace it with something else. What kind of tractor brand should we replace our Dutes with? And we're also going to need to get a new square baler as well. We can now afford a better one, basically. That's what it comes down to. So what kind of brand should we get? Do we stick with Dutes or do we get something different? to have all these fields, we are going to need to do some planting, I think. Well, quite a bit of seeding even done. We've got a lot of empty fields, which is not good for money. That's not how you make money. Have an empty land. You should always have something in the ground. But I will plant something in the fields off camera because I'll maybe leave one or two of the fields to be planted on camera. So what do you guys think? What type of tractor should we get? I feel like we should get something a bit more modern, and something with a pretty reasonable bit of power, because we're about to go from being little farmers to quite decent sized farmers. We're gonna expand our land quite dramatically over the next few streams. A big one. What type of brand are you thinking there, Steve? Should we go for the same type of brand as this, or should we? We've already got one Massey that I'll be keeping hold of the Massey because it's quite good. So maybe, do we just stick with Massey Ferguson, or do we go for New Holland, John Deere, Case? There's a very good Case, I think it's a Puma. It's quite a good tractor. It's quite expensive, but it's a good tractor. I quite like that tractor. This is a tractor that we've not really used an awful lot, so you know, I don't mind selling it first. It's only worth 27,000. That's kind of painful, actually. Let's see. Tractors. Let's go to brands. In fact, let's not go to brands. Let's just go into tractors and we'll have a look at them rather than having to. I prefer Masseys, but a Case good as well. Case is good. These unbranded ones, by the way, these are Zetors. Or Zetor. So this is Zetor Major 80, which is 75 horsepower, very small tractor. It's like a utility tractor. We're way above that now. We're more in to this kind of tractor. We can always get a JCB actually. We don't have a JCB on the farm. That one's quite small. There's a bigger Dukes for our Series 7. There's one of the Pumas. I would get the mod version of it. This is a Case Optum CVX. These are Challengers, these are also JCBs. Hi there, Trustidico, how are you doing? So there is, of course, the choice of getting a Magnum. They are quite expensive, but it's quite big. I'd like to get something like a quad track, or I mean, we could get this little big bud. So it's a little big bud, a medium bud. That's what that is. I can't really see your picture, Twisted. Let's. Massey's, there's an old JCB here actually. These Star Wars are not bad, but not very big. This is a personal favourite tractor of mine. I love these MB tracks. These are awesome tractors. This is the Puma I'd get if I was to get a Puma. So these Maximus as well, which I think look weird. They have weird front ends on them. There's an older Puma there as well. An older model of Puma, should I say. Of course, class is always an option. The big class Zeron is kind of an interesting shape of a tractor. Let's see what else we got. few Fendt. So we've got the Fendt 900 Vario Black Beauty. That's quite a nice tractor. Kubotas aren't really to be honest, they're actually not licensed through Giants. There is rumours of them being licensed in FS19 though, but that's not been confirmed just yet. There's always this Homler extract, but it's basically what we have with the truck. It's a hook lift. Well, I have the hook lift attachment for it. What else do we have? We've got a couple more fast tracks, a couple of John Deeres, and we have a lovely Krovitz K700A. Hi there, Emmanuel Thrope, how are you doing tonight? Of course, there is always the option we get ourselves a Lamborghini, because, you know, just for the sake of having a Lamborghini on the farm. More John Deeres, more Masseys, got loads of Masseys. There's some more New Hollands. A couple of bigger Steyrs as well. A Valtra. We could actually buy ourselves a Cavendish. I'm not too bad, thanks for coming along. Hopefully you are enjoying the stream. That's on Fendt here, a Fendt 1000 Vario. That's a very expensive tractor, but it is also over 500 horsepower. A couple of John Deeres. There's this Ronlin. This is a fictitious tractor. It's not a real tractor. But there's the option of that. Couple of big John Deeres. Here's an MB 1800 limited edition. I can't change the colour of it, and it is a very garish blue colour. Otherwise I would have suggested that one too. And this Raba is it's a nice looking tractor. It's different, but there's some issues with the mod. I'm actually going to have to play about with that mod before I actually am able to implement it into the stream, unfortunately. I think this, no, that's only 117 horsepower. There is one of these setters that is relatively big, I think. Fendt 800 Favorite. It was a 700 Favorite that was an FS09 back in the day. So kind of got a lovely bit of nostalgia with that. But what do we think? I'm leaning towards having a Lamborghini on the farm just for the sheer sake of it. These two are kind of small, so it's between the R7 220 and the Mac R VRT if we were to get a Lamborghini. Or we could get a Case or a Massey or a John Deere or anything. Krovitz is a nice looking tractor, but it is an articulated tractor, so it's kind of a bit of a pain in the backside. John Deere 7930. It's a very American tractor in my opinion. The Lamborghinis are a little underpowered, 224 horsepower, but let's see, I can put up to 263. I can put one of them. I can put the Mac up to 263 horsepower. A little bit underpowered as far as Lamborghinis go, but it's reasonable. I wouldn't use them for ploughing, but they could cultivate and seed and things like that, no problem. And when you look at this, this John Deere 7930 is only 250, so. Well, I said 250, but in reality it's only 220. It lies. There's the 370 horsepower John Deere 9R, but that's again articulated. which comes with its issues. We had one of those before. I'm kind of tempted to get a Lamborghini and then change the sound file to actually sound like a Lamborghini car, just for a laugh. You can have a front loader attachment. Black Lamborghini with black rims. In fact, yeah, the Mac VRT, and with a big engine in it. Yeah, we'll have twin rears on it actually. Yeah, make it a bit more beefy looking. We also need a new square baler as well. So let's see what we've got in the options of that. There's the big baler 1290, but I'm not a fan of that one. I think this is the one we had before. Oh, I'd love one of these gowls, but they are so expensive. And the Optima is a non-stop wrapper baler, so it's a round baler, but it will also spit out wrapped bales, but it's very slow, like a couple of mile an hour type slow. Kind of tempted. I've never tried this one. I think we'll go for this one, the 340, because it makes standard size bales. Great demand at the bakery for potatoes. That couldn't have come at a better time. So here is the Lamborghini we bought. The red wheeled black Lambo. Oddly, it kind of fits the baler. Kind of one of those kind of ridiculous kind of looking things, but yeah, that kind of works with the baler with the red and the black. Yeah. A bit of a beefy tractor. Never actually bought a Lamborghini in this game before. I do love me some interactive controls. What does this one do? That goes 40 by whatever, that's actually not bad. Back end of this is very similar to, I believe it's a Dutz Frar. It's very similar to that. Uncanny similarities, in fact. Look at that. Stitched leather seat and everything. That's what you want on your tractor. Nice and quick too. The only problem we're going to have with it is because I decided I should have twin wheels, is it going to fit along this little road that we've made? Yeah, it's actually not bad. It is an upgrade to what we had, so quite happy with that. Let's go and have a look at the potato harvester and see why it's complaining. God knows how long it's been sitting there. Finish this bit of the field ourselves and then we'll sell it. the potatoes, that is. We'll sell the potatoes, and given that there's a great demand on, we should fetch a nice bit of money from it. But we are starting to build our equipment up, which is good. We're getting better equipment and more of it. We've upgraded our combine and one of our tractors today, so that's a bonus, as well as a baler. Baler is not overly important, it's not much of an upgrade, it just looks better. But still. Let's fold this up and turn it off. 84% of a load. Let's go and sell this. Now we're up to 11 likes. That's absolutely amazing, guys. Thanks to everyone who has already liked the video. If you have just come along and you haven't done so already, consider hitting that like button. And if you're new at the channel, you can hit that subscribe button too and be notified whenever I go live. I go live every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 9 PM UK time. See if we can get a little bit closer to our sub goal as well. We're not far away. We are only 4 subscribers away from our sub goal. Missed my turn in almost. Authorised vehicles only. I'm going to assume that means that I'm allowed in here. I'm not expecting massive amounts of money for this, but a little bit would be nice. Not bad. $24,401 we got for that. I'm perfectly happy with that. Now, like I mentioned, with this being a hook lift trailer, we do have the option of getting lots of different things for it. Let's see if I can find a good example of them. Everything in the IT runner pack we can get on the back of this truck. So we've got slurry containers. This is just another trailer that we can have. A couple of skips, wood container, bale container, and a different slurry container. Is that any different? I don't know what the difference between those two are. So we've got slurry tankers on it. But that is not all. We can also, I think I'm not sure if I have a fertilizer one. I don't have a fertilizer one, but that fits on the back of something else. But this one here, this is a hook lift, so we can get manure spreaders. This is something I'd like to get. A self-driving manure spreader. Slurry tankers we already know about. We can get the hook lift slurry tankers. There. What else can we get on the back of here? I don't think we can get a loading wagon. We can get a bale trailer. IT runner bale container. This is hook lift. This is a hook lift wood chipper. And you can put that on the back of the truck and it will spit out wood chips into a trailer behind it. All very fancy. We never decided on a skid steer. Should I just go ahead and get the Bobcat? That one goes 12 mile an hour. That will go 12 mile an hour. They're all the same horsepower as well. What kind of skid steer did you have, Josie? Was it a Bobcat, or did you have a GCB? Or did you have something different? That lifting hook there, we can attach to any hook lift piece of equipment for moving it around. Well, I say we go ahead and get the Bobcat. Did you have it with tracks or wheels? Wheels. Kinda tempted to see what it looks like with an orange crawler track. It's kind of an expensive purchase, but we can always change the wheels after, and we'll just get the basic shovel for it as well. I actually want to check in low loaders. Ourselves our very own low loader as well. We just ripped out somebody's mailbox. They don't need post anyway. With this particular truck, we can also we can tow things on the back of this too, which is good, handy, convenient, and all that kind of stuff. Well, those are some tracks. Match the trailer. Wow. I should point out that when it comes to the skid steers, I suck at driving them, like, really bad. More than usual. The fact that I've actually managed to get this on the trailer first time amazes me. Let's see here. Do we have a button to... No, we don't. Let's just hope that Bobcat actually makes it over to the new farm. I don't expect that Herbst is a particularly popular trailer brand in America, but it's the best suited little trailer that we could get. I figured it's better than using the gooseneck trailer they've got, which I'm actually considering getting rid of because I don't like the gooseneck trailer. There's a better gooseneck trailer mod that I would probably get, but the one we have is kind of not very good. So if you have just come along to stream, thanks very much for coming along, and if you haven't done so already, consider hitting that like button, see how many likes we can get on tonight's stream, and if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button too, and see if we can get a little bit closer to our sub goal. We are only 4 away, which is very close. But be absolutely amazing if I could make it to our sub goal this week. There, we're starting to get equipment over here. I'm just going to park this up here. Let's go and see how Angus is doing, see if he's hungry. Not really, but I will show you the how feeding works. I like how they give you the old style ratchet straps as well. Not the bright orange ones, they wouldn't fit particularly well with this. I will leave his feed over here. See if I can reach the water. Oops. I am messing that trailer up. I bet I can do that again. We're going to feed and water Angus because, you know, got to look after him. We can also, and the feeding bags are too close to the, oops, feeding bags are too close to the water. Just smacked him in the face with his food bag. There we go. He's looking all healthy and happy, well fed. But I am going to leave it here for today, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed this live stream. I do apologise for being a bit shorter than usual. But Wednesday we'll be back at the usual time for the usual amount of time. But thanks to everyone who has come out and joined us tonight. And hopefully you have enjoyed. If you have and you haven't done so already, consider hitting that like button and hitting that subscribe button to it to be notified about all future releases and live streams. But thanks again to everyone who came out, and I will see you all on Wednesday at 9 PM. Bye for now.